right, that is your fifth position C major scale. It's a great position. You're going to find it very useful in all of your guitar playing. So make sure you get it memorized and internalized. So far, you should know the open position and you should know the fifth position. We're going to start today with taking this into other keys. Okay, and then we have many other positions that are coming after that. So it's really important that you get this internalized in you. It's going to help you with understanding improvisation, your guitar soloing. It's going to help you with arpeggios. It's going to help you with chord structure. Everything is going to help by just understanding this. Okay, let's get started. We're going to put our pinky in our 8th fret of the low E. Before I continue this, actually, make sure you've downloaded the PDF from the lesson because it's really going to help you. There are letters on top of the staff. Numbers on top of the staff, and those numbers are your fingers. So when you say finger 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, and you're going to use those fingers for the scale. It really is important that you get the right fingering down for this, okay? So make sure that you have that, and then you have the notation for the staff, and then you have tablature. Okay, so if you have any questions in regard to that, make sure you review the other lessons. And if you still have any questions from that, we also have the questions/answers tab that you can take full advantage of and ask us any questions that you have regarding these lessons, regarding your guitar, even if it's off topic from these lessons and you just have other questions, make sure you see that. Now, 4th finger in the 8th fret of the low E string. That's where we'll start. Okay, then we're going to the A string, and we're going to put our 1st finger in the 5th fret, 3rd finger in the 7th fret, 4th finger in the 8th fret. Then we're going to go to the D string, and we're going to put our 1st finger in the 5th fret, and we're going to put our 3rd finger in the 7th fret. So let's play that much so far. Okay, then we're going to reach over to the 4th fret right here in the G string, and then we're going to slide that finger 1 to the 5th fret. Okay, so we're going, and then we're going to put our 3rd finger in the 7th fret. So let's do that much so far. Okay, then we're going to put our 1st finger in the 5th fret of the B string. Then that same string, we're going to put our 2nd finger in the 6th fret, our 4th finger in the 8th fret. Let's play that much. Okay, now we're going to go to the high E string, our 1st string, and we're going to have our 1st finger in the 5th fret, our 3rd finger in the 7th fret, and our 4th finger in the 8th fret. And that completes our scale. Let's take that all the way from bottom to top. Descend. So far we've done everything the exact same, just backwards, okay? But we're going to change when we get to the G, between G and D string. We're not going to slide back to the 4th fret. We're going to use our pinky and reach over to the 5th fret and hit this B. Notice they're both Bs. Sound the same, right? So we're going to go. Slide over to the 9th fret of the D string, and then the rest will continue. We'll use our 2nd finger on the 7th fret of the D string and our 1st finger on the 5th fret of the D string. Then we're back to normal. 4th finger on A, 4th finger on the A string, 8th fret, and then our 3rd finger on the 7th fret, 1st finger on the 5th fret, and then back to our pinky, our 4th finger being on the 8th fret of low E. Then we're going to take it a little bit farther because we want to play the entire finger position. So we're going to take our 3rd finger on the 7th fret of low E, 1st finger on the 5th fret, then we're going to walk back up. All right, so let me repeat this entire scale in its entirety of how I want you to play it. All right, So take that, make sure you have it memorized really good, because we are going to be doing this in different intervals and stuff like that down the road. Okay, we have in our books, Dennis Sandoli's book, he has them in thirds, seconds, thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, and sevenths, and then we're going to go all the way up to the octave. So that might not make much sense now, but it will, because we're gonna gradually reach that point. Now, let's take that same scale and let's learn how to change keys with it. So this is C. This note is C right here. Okay, we can find that out by literally looking at our alphabet sheet, right? We can go E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp or A flat, A, B flat or A sharp, B, C. And you can follow the sheet as you go up in half steps, right? We've already discussed that. And so now we know this is a C note. What if I wanted to play a B major scale? Well, I just take everything I just played a half step down. So now I'm going to start in the 7th fret, and I'm going to play that same exact scale. Excuse me. I'm playing the same exact fingering. And that's what's really cool, because the guitar is patterned. So that was a B major scale. If we start right here, now we went half step down. Now we can do another half step down. Now we have B flat or A sharp, and we can play the same scale. Okay, we can play that same exact scale. When we can go up, remember we're back to C, right? Now take it up to C sharp or D flat. Okay, notice I went a half step down. I told you not to do that. I just did that out of reaction. So try your best to do that. If you go a half step down, it's not the end of the world, because it's the right notes. But it sounds more fluid when we go and reach over that way. Okay, so make sure you get this down under your fingertips really good. And also consider learning the names of the notes you're playing. It's really important. Okay, so we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, right? It just repeats, then backwards. C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, B, C. Okay? And so you want to make sure you have those memorized really good.